everybody, welcome to another daily vlog. We are vlogging every single day, showing you the good, the bad, the ugly, the highs, the lows, regular life, moving life, mom life, grocery hauls, recipes, whatever we're doing, we're showing you. We would love to have you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Okay, so we're loading up. We have been at my mom and dad's all week for spring break. It's a little before 7 and we are headed home. David is headed to Arkansas. We're headed back to Indiana. So you guys are going to come with me on a 7+ hour car trip with 3 kids and a dog. My kids are awesome travelers. We do this a lot. We travel a lot with them. So they're really great. We have a DVD player, which is worth its weight in gold. And they'll watch that. They'll snack. And we'll just drive home. So we're leaving a little before 7, which is a little before 8 our time in Indiana. So we should get home, I'm guessing, around 4, maybe a little before 4 our time in Indiana this afternoon. So it's going to be all day of traveling. Definitely come with us. I've had my coffee. I slept really good last night. We're just kind of making sure the house is all ready to go. Like, I'm trying to make sure we didn't forget anything. And also, we took out the trash and made sure everything was picked up and stuff, and the laundry and all the stuff was settled because mom and dad left this morning about 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. to go on their cruise. So we're just getting all the house, making sure we're not leaving anything undone so they don't come back to anything bad, like dirty dishes or whatever, because it's going to sit all week. But anyway, me and my brother will be here off and on. He lives in the area, so I'm sure he'll be here. But anyway, we are headed home, and it's kind of sad when we have to go home and spring break is over, but come along with me today. You guys are going to keep me sane while we have kids. And honey, do you want to say anything? We have to say goodbye to this guy.
I hate leaving.
I hate leaving too. You be safe.
It's amazing when God gives you all your heart's desires, but sometimes it's really painful in the process.
It's just short term.
Yeah.
And he's going to get to go see our house today.
Yes, I am.
He's going to get to go see our house that we already put an offer in, and we've never actually been inside of it. So it's kind of crazy, but hopefully we like it. All right, you guys. So we are headed out. I will check in periodically and let you guys know how the trip goes. We usually stop halfway and eat lunch around Bowling Green, Kentucky. There's a Chick-fil-A, so we'll probably try to get to there. I have a full tank of gas. I have movies and all the stuff ready to go, snacks and all that. So let's hit the road. Let's get this show on the road. So guys, we are in Bowling Green, Kentucky. We're only got a little over 2 hours left. This is a little bit over halfway, but the traffic has been crazy. Spring break, I guess. I don't know. It's been rough. So we even stopped at Buc-ee's because we were like, oh, we can go to the bathroom at Buc-ee's. Usually it's crowded in there, but it's, you know, they have tons of bathrooms. There was a huge line even to go to the bathroom in there. It was nuts. So it's been several hours. Mark's counting. It's been several hours since we stopped. So we're going to stop right here. There's a Chick-fil-A. I'm going to get gas at Sam's, and there's a Chick-fil-A. We're going to just pick up food to eat in the car. And then I'm going to go get Mark some fries because he won't eat Chick-fil-A because he's crazy. So I'm about to get gas. I'll check in with you guys very shortly. Okay, guys, we are home. We got home right around 3:45. So like I said, I knew it was going to be around 3 or 4. Traffic was horrible. The kids did awesome. I am exhausted. If you hear that, that's the washing machine. So Lucy got, when we went to Chick-fil-A, you know, with Chick-fil-A you can get ice cream instead of a toy. So she wasn't that hungry. So instead of, I got Nate, well, she wasn't that hungry. So I got Nate a kid's meal, and then she ate some of the ice cream because they don't like the toys anyway. In the process, I guess she had a little bit left, and she closed it back up and thought it was like an airtight container, which it wasn't, and it leaked. She put it like in a bag. Bless her heart, she felt so bad, but I was like, there is ice cream melted all over important things. What happened? That did not sound good. That's my bag. I put it in the washing machine because I'm like, it is so sugary and coated in ice cream. So I'm going to see if it washes. It's just the Aldi, like, it's one of my nice Aldi bags. I paid like maybe $8 for it. It's like a really sturdy one, but it is now so sugar coated. And of course it was the bag with Nate's computer in it. I think his computer's okay. Only a little bit got on it, I hope. Anyway, now I'm just really missing David because I unloaded the car all by myself. I am exhausted just from that. And I really just want to go ahead and unpack as much as I can, but I also just want to lay down, like lay flat for a minute. I listened to an audiobook the whole way here. I still have like 2 hours left, and it's Frida McFadden. Y'all know I love my Frida McFadden books. And this is Want to Know a Secret. And it is good. It is so good. It's really kept me occupied today. Well, I mean, you know, I'm like dealing with the kids and all of that too. There's never boredom in the car with a trip of kids. They've actually did really good. So I'm washing the bag. Also, I forgot to show you this. Look what my aunt found for me. That's my name on it. Isn't that so cute? And it's like a nice big coffee cup. So look, as big as my head almost. So anyway, David is going to be going to our house very soon. So I'm waiting with like bated breath. Most of you guys were so understanding about us buying at the house, or we didn't buy it yet. We just are under contract with the house. We put an offer in without actually seeing it. We went through FaceTime. We've looked at so many pictures, and we love the house, and we didn't want to lose it. If we waited till today to put an offer, we could have lost it, and we just didn't want to lose it. So we took a chance. And most of you like totally understood that, but I have got a few comments like, I would not have done that. But I never thought I would do it either. But sometimes circumstances aren't the best, you know, case scenario. Sometimes you have to do stuff like that, you know, when you're trying to buy a house outside of the state. And we want to get this done. Like I've said, we are so tired of being separated and all of this. Also, I've gotten a lot of questions like, well, what does this mean for the kids' school? I don't know. I have no idea. I know what school district this house is zoned for. It's a really good school district. Once the inspection goes through and all that, I'm going to contact the school and tell them we will be coming. I can go ahead and send Nate's IEP over. We can start doing that. They will probably only be in school a few weeks before summer is here. So I actually think it's going to work out great because they'll kind of get in the door a little bit and kind of get used to it, as opposed to just going in fresh in the new school year. You know, they'll kind of know what to expect. Especially Lucy gets a lot of anxiety not knowing what's coming. And I think all summer of her being home, worried about it would be hard. So, I did learn, one thing I did learn about the school is that they have elementary, middle, junior high, and high school. So they have 4 schools, and middle school is 3rd through 6th. So actually her and Nate will be in the same school this year and next year, which I think is going to make this process so much easier for Lucy, especially. She loves having that security of Nate with her. And so we can only, you know, and it'll help us too, like going into one school, you know, getting them situated. And then, of course, when Nate gets in the 7th grade, which is not next year, but the next year, you know, Lucy will be more established. So that was good to hear. But like I said, we don't know a lot of details yet. This has all just happened like the last few days. So keep us in your prayers, and all of that. I am so tired. It was very nice to wake up to, or not wake up. I didn't wake up to a clean house. I came home to a clean house. I left the house clean, and because we knew we were going to have the inspection while we were gone and all that. So the house is clean. Of course, we've dropped all of our suitcases and stuff. Like, this counter was clear when I came in, and that's what it looks like now. Does anyone want to come over and like help me do? Also, I was thinking, I never vlog a lot when I'm doing a travel trip with them because it's too hard. I need a camera crew though to follow me around, because I think it would be hilarious. Me taking them into Buc-ee's today, hundreds of people. And you know, Nate, I have to hold on to, like, I can't even imagine losing him somewhere in there. And Mark too. So I literally have like a death grip on both of them, and have Lucy like right to my side and like, do not leave even an inch from me, you know. And although I will say there's been so much kindness, strangers. I was in line at Buc-ee's, you know, we had waited in line forever just to go to the bathrooms. And this lady was in front of us, and it just so happened that it was her turn to go into a stall. And actually she was a couple of, Nate, turn it down. There was a couple of people, and she was a couple of people in front of us, and it was her turn, and she was going to get like a big handicap bathroom, like one of those, you know, big ones. And she saw me with all 3 of the kids, and she's like, are you taking all the kids in with you? Do you want to have this one? And I was like, are you serious? Do you mind? And she was like, no. She's like, I remember what it's like to have little kids. She held the door open for us, got us all in there. It had a sink and everything, so I could put every single child on the toilet. Well, not Lucy and my, you know, but I'm just mean, like, give them all a turn. We washed our hands, and it was awesome. This is our first trip with Mark being potty trained. He did amazing. 0 accidents. He's going poop and pee like it's no big deal. Like, he's the biggest kid ever. And I'm like kind of shocked how well he's done. So he held it. We only stopped, I think, twice to go to the bathroom. So he did awesome. All right, I am going to unpack some stuff while I have a little bit of momentum, because I know if I sit down, I'm not going to get it done. So I'm going to unpack some stuff and then let myself kind of chill for the rest of the night. We have nothing tomorrow. We will be watching church from home. There's not really a good place for us to go to church right now here, especially with me by myself. If David was with me, we probably would try to go to the one we've been a few times before, but it's just too hard with just me and the kids. So we will be watching church from home and resting, because I feel exhausted from getting up at 5:30 in the morning, the whole travel experience, all of that. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. We'll spend the rest of the day together. All right, you guys, I am cooking the kids some chicken in the air fryer. So if you hear the at least that's what it is. Hopefully you can't hear it back here. David just went and looked at our house. We still love it. Exactly kind of what we think. Thought when we put the offer in, no weird surprises. Our realtor was so right, though. It desperately needs paint. So I don't think I did a really good job based on the comments I'm getting. I don't think I did a good job explaining what I meant by the house needs paint. It's not that we hate the color. It's not that, oh, it's ugly. It's an ugly color and we don't like the way it looks. Is it? Okay. It is really badly in bad shape. There are writing on the walls. There are chips out of the paint. There are smudges and scuff marks. Basically, it looks like teenage boys like were let loose in this house to like do whatever they wanted, honestly. There's one room that has Pokemon written. Maybe not, that wasn't a teenage boy. Maybe that was a smaller boy. Literally Pokemon written in pen on the wall. One of the boys' rooms has like polka dots this big painted on the wall. Only in like one section, but like we're gonna have to cover that. So in our original offer, we asked for a painting allowance, not because we thought the colors they chose were ugly, but because literally every single room has horrible smears and writing and all of this. And the house is not that old. Like, it's 2018. Everything is in good shape. Like, the floors are beautiful. The cabinets in the kitchen, like the bathroom, everything's in good shape, but the walls are so badly maintained. So that's why we wanted them to fix the walls. Hold on, somebody's calling. All right, sorry guys. So David was calling me. He was leaving the house after he looked around and everything. And he said, oh yeah, it definitely feels like home. Definitely feels like home. So I'm so glad to hear that, because even though I love the house, it's hard for me. I'm not very visual. It's hard for me to picture us in there, especially if it was empty. It's a little bit easier, but there's all kinds of their stuff in there, you know, and it's nothing like what our stuff is. Just like a different family type, a lot of boys, it seems like, and older, you know, kids and stuff. So it's hard for me to picture it, but we love the layout of the house. We love the kitchen. We love that it's like open floor plan, but not, it's open. I'm not huge on just completely open. I like a little bit of a tucked away kitchen, and this is open, but it's also not right by the living room. You know, I don't know how to describe it. You'll see. You guys will see. So, our inspection's on Tuesday. So hopefully everything goes okay. But what I was saying with the paint, and I don't remember exactly where I left off on this, but we are not asking them to paint just because we don't like the color. We wouldn't do that. It literally, to me, looks horrible. Our painting here is not perfect, so don't let me tell you it is. It's not. But literally every room, it just makes it look horrible because there's chips and there's smudges and all that. So that's why we asked for a painting allowance in with our offer. when they countered, our lender asked us to remove the painting allowance. He said it would complicate the loan. I'm not really sure why, because we had allowances when we bought this house. So I'm not really sure. Maybe it's different in Arkansas, but he was like, it just complicates things. I just would take it off. It just will make the loan process easier. So we took it off. And we're just going to pay for it ourselves, because that way we can, since we're going to have to paint the entire house, and like I said, it's literally every room, we're just going to pick a color I like better. It's not a terrible color. It's a beigey color, but it's more yellowish beige, and I'm just not huge on that color. So if it was all fine, I would probably leave it for a while, but since we're having to paint it anyway, I've been looking at paint samples. I'm also thinking it's really fun for Lucy to be able to pick a color for her room. I think she's thinking of like a very, very, very light blue. And then we're going to paint the rest of the house this very neutral color and just make it look fresh and clean. I think it's going to do so much for the house. So I'm not sure if we're going to hire that out or if we're going to get friends and church family to help us. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see how much it costs. I think it would be nice to get professionals to do it. That way we can just get it done really quick. But I have no idea how much that costs. So we will see how it all works out with the budget and all of that. I know everybody says, oh, paint's cheap, paint's cheap. Yeah, it is, sort of. But when you're talking about doing an entire house plus all of the supplies, drop cloths, brushes, all of that, I mean, the prices do add up. And paint is not as cheap as it used to be, honestly. I was looking at prices like, oh, okay. Like I said, especially doing an entire house. The other thing that David wasn't thrilled with, so you guys will have to give me some advice on how to deal with this. Not the house. The house is fine from what he tells me. The garage, they have treated like a game man cave. There's like a pool table out there. There's like a little bar out there, which is all going with them. But he said the garage smells of cigarette smoke, and we are both very sensitive to that smell. I hate that smell. So I'm hoping once they stop smoking in there and we air it out, like clean it, wash, I don't know, maybe paint. We weren't planning on painting out there, but maybe that would help with the smell. I'm not really sure, but I'm not thrilled with the garage smoky smell situation. And that's something that if you buy a house or make an offer on a house without seeing it, that's not something I would have thought to ask, because we don't smoke. I just don't ever think about that. So I'm glad the house doesn't smell like smoke, or I'd be really upset. But I don't like the fact that our garage smells like smoke. So hopefully we can get that aired out more. I don't know, but the walls are definitely going to have to be just touched up. I think it'll make it feel so much better. So that's why we asked for a painting allowance. I think there was some confusion why we were asking for a painting allowance, and some of you thought we were just being ridiculous by asking for that, which I don't really understand, but maybe I wasn't super clear with what I said because it was such a chaotic day, and this whole week has been chaotic, honestly. So fun, but chaotic. So anyway, I could have totally misspoke too. So anyway, that is it for today. I have the kids' chicken ready, so I'm going to get them their plates made, and I am so tired. It's almost 7 o'clock. I've got to bathe them, and I'm going to get them to bed as soon as possible. I'm really looking forward to just hanging out tomorrow and just relaxing. I got almost all the suitcases. I have like half of the suitcase left to unpack, and everything will be unpacked, and then there's a couple things on the bar still, but other than that, I think I've done pretty well today. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a super big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Definitely subscribe if you're new. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. I know